Hello, and we are back to talk about some video games. So here we are for the next Nintendo Direct. I'm starting this a few minutes beforehand because there's not a whole lot I can think to talk about, other than, of course, everybody likes to make predictions about these sort of events. I don't really have a whole lot on my mind, but there is one that I made late last year, actually, and I was just kind of saying, and there's no particular reason for this, but I just kind of feel like maybe this is the time for a new Star Fox. I know a lot of people have thrown that around a bit, but I've always been kind of mixed about whether it's going to show up or not. But I feel like 2024, for some reason, when I thought about that last year, I was just kind of feeling like, maybe it's been long enough. Maybe there will be one. But, at the same time, I won't be surprised if they don't put something like that out there. So, especially since they literally announced that they won't be mentioning the Switch successor until next year. So I feel like, it could go either way. Maybe they will put out another Star Fox. And kind of like last time, they had the Wii U and they had Star Fox Zero, and then the following year, new Nintendo console came out. Or maybe they'll hold off and they'll save it for the successor, the next Switch or whatever it is, which would make sense because at least that time it'll be a launch title you know. So just kind of, for some reason, I had a feeling about it, and I just kind of feel like standing by that. So that's my little prediction. Other than that, I really don't know what to say. I'm just kind of looking forward to anything that'll catch my interest. So I'm open to a lot of things, even if they aren't things that I think I'll immediately go out and play and buy. Kind of like that new Paper Mario game, which is a remaster, remake of the old GameCube title, Thousand Year Door, which is a really good game, but it's not something that I would rush out and get for myself because I do have the original and I enjoy it, but I'm very happy for all the people who didn't get to play that one and will experience it. So anything along those lines will always be welcome. Any GameCube titles, even. Actually, maybe that's the other thing, is maybe they could even put one of the Star Fox titles from the GameCube on the Switch, or both of them, either one, if it's Adventures or Assault. I still stand by Assault being an ambitious title, and I think they could have done a lot more with it to make it just a little easier to control and play, because there are plenty of games that take advantage of the third-person controls and play really well. So I've always kind of imagined something like that, at least if they did on-foot missions. But anyway, we're about to begin. Hopefully it's going to appear all right. I tried to test this beforehand, and I had frame rate issues. But so far it's looking smooth. I hope it holds up in this recording. Here we go. Right away we got something Mario related. Oh my goodness, is this... Huh. Mario and Luigi? This has to be Mario and Luigi. I almost wonder if this is too quiet. I had to test the volume earlier. Make sure it wasn't too noisy. And I'm starting to have second thoughts if it's too quiet. Yeah, it has to be Mario and Luigi. Come on. Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah. I'm curious, is this a remake or is this a reimagining? Like of Superstar Saga, or is this just an all-new game and they just thought to call it by what it is? Because they did that with Super Mario RPG, or they just left out the subtitle. I think this could be the first Superstar Saga, most likely. Which, by the way, I actually haven't played that game beginning to end. I did used to have it, and I played it some way through, but yeah, I don't remember a whole lot otherwise, because that was a long time ago. Oh, this could be a new title. Pretty cool opening, though, for Nintendo Direct. This guy does not look familiar. I'm thinking maybe this could be a new game altogether. Yeah, I'm gonna place a bet and say this is a new game. Yeah. But who knows, I could be wrong. None of these characters look familiar. Well, other than, of course, the Mario characters. Mario and Luigi. There's a new title. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. A brother ship.
My ship sails in the morning.
Okay, yeah. They were just hiding it from us throughout the trailer. Maybe I'll turn this up a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Oh, whoops, not off. Yeah. I hope that doesn't mess up the frame rate. 9 years.
So it's 9 years. 9 years!
Let's kick shell. Oh yeah, this one. At least it's not $40,000. I never did play that one. People were talking about the 3DS game, the NES remix. I never did play that. It did sound really cool though, from what I did hear about it, and I guess this one doesn't really have that kind of remix nature to it. It's more like a speedrun event, maybe. Somewhat. Just little samples of NES games that you run through. You don't get to chill and take in the sights, yeah. They just want to sit in that castle and stare at the lava for a while. Still, it's kind of neat. Just anything retro in this caliber, I think, is always welcome. One shot. One shot, people. Give it your best shot. Launches on Nintendo Switch July 18th. Pre-orders for the digital version are available now on Nintendo eShop. Nintendo eShop. I still need to get a bigger micro SD. Mine's not very big and I'm running out of room. Of course, I do like to lean on physical. Actually, I had Okami digital, and then I later bought the Japanese import just to have it physical. I do like to try and do that as much as I can. It's part of the disappointment of having something like Contra Operation Galuga digital, but then they have the limited run games release, so I have to wait a long time for that. I didn't pre-order it, but I'm just going to wait until it's eventually available somewhere, and then just buy it, maybe. But otherwise, I almost feel like I wouldn't mind getting that digital. I don't know what this is, by the way. Sorry if I'm talking over the game again. Oh, it's for somebody. Not for me, but that's okay. Multi-dimensional. You mean like another dimension? Oh, I think I know. Well, no, I don't know. I think I know the composer's name. Is it the guy for Final Fantasy, maybe? Guy who did the soundtrack for those games. Oh no, the wolves. Let's protect them. No. So sad. I do like just the element of being able to attack multiple entities at one time. That was something I really liked about the Super Mario RPG remake. And I really enjoyed that game. I feel like that was a mandatory buy for me, because it's just such a childhood classic, renting the original from Blockbuster, then playing and beating it for myself sometime in the early 2000s. Ooh, sports. I miss Wii Sports. I used to have it, but I don't know what happened to it. It just got lost during one of the moves we had. You know, there's not enough games I play that use the motion sensors, Joy-Cons, but then again, I am kind of afraid to use the Joy-Cons in general. They do kind of a tiny bit, at least the left Joy-Con feels like the stick is becoming a tiny bit loose. I haven't experienced drift, thankfully, but for the most part I've relied on using the Pro controllers I have. I have at least a few controllers I can use besides the Joy-Cons. Which hopefully the next Switch will fix that up, or whatever the next Nintendo is, which we'll not be seeing in this video, but next year, maybe, most likely. So what's going on? Looks like my office. All the wires have open shelves, so it's not like the wood paneling to hide it, and just have the little hole. It's just all exposed. Side-scrolling? Oh, I was thinking this might be some kind of RPG. Always a safe bet when you have something that looks like this, maybe. This kind of reminds me, names escaping me. Oh, okay. Mio. Yeah, there was some other kind of Metroidvania game it reminds me of that's on PlayStation and Xbox, maybe? Ooh, Disney game. Oh, I really like the hand-drawn style. It's really cool. I know a friend of mine really loves that too, at least in that Wonder Boy game, The Dragon's Trap, I think it is. I would like to see a lot more games that have that style. It looks really nice. I guess this is something that already exists, though. Since it said something about an update. Hello, kitty. More colorful games. Kind of life simulator thing. Pretty cutesy. I remember playing a very old Macintosh game where you learn piano, and I think they had Hello Kitty as sort of the mascot or something like that. Mid-90s. Old memories. Looks neat, though. Oh, Space Jam? Wacky Sports. I was almost tempted to get the Super Nintendo game, the Looney Tunes B-Ball, I remember many years ago. There's Wily. Oh, if only we could watch this movie. There they be. But doesn't get delisted by you-know-who. Oh yes, that game. The game I've never played, but hear about all the time. Invisible. I like the way they narrate these, like it's so cheesy, but it's fun. It's kind of funny to me. Like somebody said, it's like they're talking to toddlers or kids. They're showing this to. Magus. Sounds familiar. Was that a name that was used in Chrono Trigger? Or is that Magnus? Or I don't know. Just sounds like one of those names I've heard here and there. Is that a fox or a wolf? I don't know what that is. Looks like a fox, but it kind of has the build of a wolf.
Give commands to your monsters and exploit enemy weaknesses in action-packed combat.
Yeah, more RPG stuff, I guess. Which is cool. Plenty of RPG fans out there will appreciate it. I can be happy for these kind of games, even if I will probably never play them myself. The Switch has games confirmed. Surprised it's not a farm simulator. Yet again. Ooh, Kong. Guys. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country Returns, originally released on the Wii system, is barreling onto Nintendo Switch.
Oh, nice. I never did play that one, which is surprising. But here it is, at least one of those games. Another one of them.
Obstacles in the
Anything Donkey Kong is always nice to see. I did play the first one a little bit recently. I went on vacation and I had my Switch with me. I didn't plan to bring it with me, but I just did. Because I wanted to show... Well, I wanted to show my dad something. I was visiting my dad for a bit, and... Yeah, at some point, me and my sister ended up playing some original Donkey Kong Country through NSO.
and even hitching a ride on Rambi.
But yeah, I got Donkey Kong on the mind recently, so it's nice to see this.
Pass a Joy-Con controller to
There's still so many games I haven't played on the Switch. Besides,
80 of
still have never played Mario Kart 8, either on Wii U or the Switch.
levels from the Nintendo 3DS.
It's just a long time coming. I still got to get around.
Donkey Kong Country
Is it me, or did that bat kind of look like some,
to the Nintendo Switch.
one of the characters from Ukulele? Kind of reminds me.
One of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's jungle escapades returns in HD.
Nice.
Plenty of wild actions and antics are in store with these Kongs.
So, we got more games. Are you happy yet, people? Or am I going to have to snap my fingers? Zelda? No. Maybe? No. Fire Emblem? Farm Simulator? No. Dragon Quest. Don't think I've ever played a Dragon Quest game either, but I remember watching a friend of mine play the NES game. The American Dragon Warrior, I think it was. Yeah. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake.
Journey with allies to face the archfiend. On an epic
Always appreciate the Akira Toriyama art style, though. And of course, I assume this is something that was originally on the Super Nintendo.
perplexing challenges.
So any other kind of old games like that coming to the Switch, always welcome.
An iconic RPG.
Oh, we're getting serious now, are we?
Forge your own path.
I'll do my best, sir. Oh,
Begins.
yeah, that does actually look familiar right there. I feel like maybe I've seen that on the Super Nintendo. Or Super Famicom, it probably would be, actually.
HD 2D remake
I feel like I've seen some kind of, like,
to Nintendo
I've seen
November
tons and tons of Super Nintendo or Super Famicom GIFs on Tumblr. I feel like I've seen something like that before. Where he's like standing on a cliff looking at a waterfall. Hero. I guess he doesn't have a name. At least based on what I remember from Smash Ultimate. Oh, 1 and 2. Also, nice. They just throw that in there. Why not?
天堂ダイレクトをご覧の皆様、
Ooh.
こんにちは、堀井裕二です。
Welcome.
リクエスト3の映像、いかがでしたか？ようやく発売日を発表できて、僕も嬉しく思います。そして今日、サプライズで発表したドロン
Yeah.
1&2 も HD2D で読み上げることが
Speaking of
しました。
older games coming back, the 1 and 2, a friend of mine also sent me that Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls for the Game Boy Advance. I used to have that game, but he sent that to me recently. That's a game I need to get back to. It's probably one of the few RPGs I would play, actually.
どうも
There's like a handful, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you, good, kind sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hori. We hope you're excited to play the entire Erdrick trilogy, now in HD.
Whether it's ports or remakes, I'm happy to see anything in that nature, and of course, any new games in general. Here we go. Oh,
Fun. Co.
not really into the Funko Pop thing.
Jaws? Wait.
I just kind of, at the very least, wish they didn't look soulless.
Fly? The
If
world
anything.
Co is coming to life in this
I do think the concept of it is interesting, like just
60 characters
like everything out there having some kind of toy in some way.
TV shows
Or statue, or whatever they are.
Special skills and crafty gadgets
Shaun of the Dead, I recognize that, surprisingly.
each with their own unique puzzles,
Um,
areas,
but yeah, I just kind of feel like if they had anything and everything, just the solid black eyes.
they're
Eh.
certainly not toying around.
Otherwise, if they have the solid white or yellow or whatever, I've seen some of the others.
Nintendo Switch
And if it happened to be something I liked, maybe I would pick it up. And maybe try to paint, actual expressive eyes over it or something. I don't know. I'm not really into it either way, though.
ready for an adventure of
Oh, there he be.
proportions.
Luigi Man.
Summon your courage.
The second one. Maybe we'll get the first someday.
Dimensions filled with goofy ghosts.
I've never played any of the Luigi's Mansion games. I mentioned that last time. I did one of these direct videos.
HD launches on Nintendo Switch.
It does look interesting for a concept. I bet I would have fun with it.
Nintendo eShop.
And I do like Luigi. I think he's pretty cool.
The quirky little Dempa Man.
Wait, what? Oh, something else entirely suddenly.
Explore dungeons and battle monsters. Customize all sorts of outfits. Decorate your
I don't play enough games that take advantage of the Miis, like the Miitopia or Tamagotchi Life on the 3DS or whatever it was.
The new Dempa Man is free to play and launches as a timed
Or
exclusive.
I do remember, of course, Wii Sports, and then I used to have that Pilot Wings Resort. Ooh, Metal Slug.
Energize away in this tower defense installment
Wait.
of the Metal Slug series.
Huh.
Take control of your forces and
Huh.
pulverize enemy strongholds.
I know this is not tactics. It's different from that.
Units with different abilities. And build
So I guess it's another kind of tactics-like game, but in a different kind of way.
You can also slug it out with other players in online
Huh.
battles.
Well, anything Metal Slug is really cool, though, honestly.
Onto the Nintendo Switch system later today.
Nice. I do wish we'd get, which one was it?
Embark on an expedition of the damned.
Oh yeah, well, I guess Metal Slug 6, and then Double X, which is 7.
And set off across a decaying landscape to prevent
I also kind of wish that for
fight off
Steam. I know they have Double X, but they don't have Metal Slug 4, 5, and 6.
and upgrade your abilities after each deadly run. Darkest Dungeon 2 launches on Nintendo Switch July.
It's quite
15th.
grim looking.
Pre-orders begin later today.
It's like
on the
storybook.
Nintendo eShop.
Like a pop-up storybook.
More classic titles are on the way.
Oh, let's see. 4 swords.
Play Link's classic 16-bit adventure and team up online to explore randomized dungeons in The Legend of Zelda.
That's
A
pretty
Link to
cool.
the Past 4 Swords.
Zero Mission. Yes.
Remake of Samus's first adventure in Metroid Zero Mission.
Happy for all the people who get to play this. I do really like those games, by the way. It's just I don't have the Game Boy Advance or
17 plus
64
games.
or Genesis on the Switch. Turok.
Brave the dangerous lost land to stop the campaigners' nefarious schemes.
I've
in
barely
Turok,
played Turok.
Dinosaur Hunter. And
I think I remember, maybe I played a little bit of the first one on the 64 many, many years ago. Oh, Perfect Dark. Awesome.
infiltrate a corporation to end
Yeah, the honorary GoldenEye title.
perfect
And this is the game that I really got into. I actually didn't really get around playing GoldenEye much back then,
available for Nintendo
so I
Switch
didn't understand the hype surrounding it. But I did understand Perfect Dark because I did have that one and I played it. But yeah, I'm happy for all the people who get to play those. I actually do. I do have those 2 Game Boy Advance titles, so I can play them anytime. But I'm happy for all the people who get to check them out. Especially Zero Mission. I really like that one.
journey to save her friend Ash.
Okay. Yeah.
Phantom Brave series.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, oh, it just kind of came and went.
Where you'll combine the phantoms you befriended with objects in various ways.
Befriended?
Combine phantoms with certain objects to maneuver them.
I've never played a... Probably saying this way too much in this stream, but it kind of reminds me a little of Final Fantasy Tactics, and then I just think to myself, no, never played that either, actually. I'd be kind of curious just because it seems different from the usual Final Fantasy style. But yeah, just certain other kind of strategy games. I know this has nothing to do with the Final Fantasy though, but yeah, it just kind of had me thinking that way. Ooh. Oh, I know which one. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Oh, okay. Oh, yes! Yes. Man, this has been a long time coming. Oh my gosh. Oh, Punisher. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Gosh. Yeah, I have X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter for the PlayStation. Never did get the first Marvel vs. Capcom for some reason. I would have liked to, though. I remember renting it back then. And then I do have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the PS2. Yeah, that song. Yes, everybody knows. Everybody who's played it knows. Oh, yes. I really want this. Absolutely. Be nice not to rely on the discs I have, because that Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's such a pain to get that running on my PS2. I don't know if it's my PS2 or the disc or both. They just kind of, you know, I open it and close it, clean it, open it and close it, do all those things over and over, and then eventually it gets running. Another Mario Party.
First, let's see some of the new boards where you'll compete to collect the most stars. Take the escalators to travel between floors in rainbow.
It's been a long time since I've played any new Mario Party games. I've played, I have 2 and 3 for the 64, and I have 4 and 5 GameCube. I just kind of have settled with those games for a long time. I've barely played or seen any other ones. Cozy. I always love settings that are around islands, beaches, oceans. Of course, being from Oceanside, I'm a lover of the ocean. Good old Mario Party, though. Can't go wrong with that. Most of the time, I don't think. Although I heard some bad things about one of the titles. 1 or 2, I don't remember. I like that. Oh, me and my sister would always try so hard not to laugh whenever we played those minigames where you have to rapid tap A or some buttons. Those characters always look so funny, like using the mallets or hypnotizing a flower or whatever kind of games they were. I'd just be giggling playing those games. That looks pretty cool, I think. Good solid dates. So we're about 25 minutes in. It's like a little more than halfway through.
With new boards, minigames, 20-player online gameplay, and more, get ready for the biggest Mario Party in series history.
Nice.
And now, please take a look at this.
Let's go. What do we have? What do we have here? Zelda. Oh, or something Zelda related. Yeah. What be it there now, son? Got that Link's Awakening style. At least the newer one. Ding! Something else going on here, huh? It's up to Zelda? Curious. Wow, nice visuals. Of course, the first one had really nice visuals too, of course. Echoes of Wisdom, huh? Something's going on here. Guess we don't get to learn much more than that.
I'm A.G. Aonuma, producer of
Welcome.
the Legend of Zelda series.
Hello, good sir.
What you just saw was the latest installment, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This time around, Link has vanished. Now it's up to Princess Zelda to step
So
into
it's
the
like Mario is missing. Is it going to be educational?
You might be thinking, will Zelda fight with a sword then? Here, we wanted to create a new gameplay style that breaks conventions seen in past Legend of Zelda games with a top-down perspective. To explain more,
Kinda.
please take a
This does make me think back on an old idea I had. I thought it would be really cool if we did have a game centered on Zelda, but like as Sheik. Like maybe tiny bit more ninja style or something. Thought that would have been a really cool idea.
Many people, including Link. Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy Tri, receives a
Try.
mysterious staff
Try again.
and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to save her kingdom. By
So this
waiting
is
for
the
Tri
Zelda
to
of Zelda
return,
titles, because it
Zelda
actually
learns how to create an imitation
features Zelda as the main
of
playable
an
character.
echo. Once you learn an echo of something, you can recreate it whenever you'd like.
Echo.
Even if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes of tables to get a leg up. Just like that.
Seems pretty cool.
You can create wooden boxes, old beds, and unusual things. like
She becomes
water
an Amazon delivery person.
Use them separately or together is entirely up to you. Learn and create echoes of things you find while exploring Hyrule.
Echoes.
You might be surprised at what you discover.
At the beds. Stacked up like that.
Even battles will look different. You
Yeah,
can
I'm
pick
curious
a
about that.
rock echo, for example.
Oh, Chuck.
That's not all, though. You can
She's a
also
chuckster.
create echoes of monsters.
Huh.
After doing so, they'll fight by your side.
Oh, they do the fighting for you.
Monsters have different abilities, so choose the one you want to create.
Oh,
based
she's
on
got
the
a
situation.
Beyblade.
Wisdom is key, after all.
Interesting. They do something pretty different. It is actually kind of funny to think
Hyrule
it's
without
taken this long to have a Zelda game where you
kingdom.
can play as Zelda, other than, of course, I think Hyrule Warriors. I've never played those, so I wouldn't know.
I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Echo ability, which channels Princess
Echo,
How you solve puzzles and battle enemies will change depending on the echoes used. In short, we've created a game where each player's experience will be different. The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Pretty different.
launches September 26th.
I welcome it, of course.
A Nintendo Switch Lite system.
Oh.
similar to the Legend of
Oh,
Zelda
boy.
series will also be available at launch.
Everybody's going to be
Looking forward
trampling
to
each other,
Zelda
trying to get that.
and its new adventure. Now, I'd like to return this moment I'd stolen away back to Mr. Takahashi.
Hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Aonuma.
Hey, welcome back. Nice to see you again.
Forward to the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda series. Let's see a few more headlines.
Let's go.
Let loose and party on.
Yeah. Alright, this is so people can go on a bathroom break, maybe. Not for me. It's kind of funny, though, that I think one of those games, Just Dance, was like one of the last games that released on the Wii. Like, even in the 2020s. I don't remember what year. Yeah, my eyes feel weird now. Oh boy! No.
Oh boy!
Hundreds of songs. Free trial. It's for somebody, but not for me. That's all I'll say.
A new Lego adventure.
Lego Mania.
It's the world of Horizon.
It's funny, I've actually been doing a little bit of research with Legos recently. I was kind of looking into some old Lego sets I remember in the 90s that I had. In early 2000s, I had so many Star Wars Lego sets. It's actually crazy looking back on that.
Game. But be careful. Swarms of machines are lurking everywhere.
But yeah, besides Star Wars, I was remembering some of the other old ones. Alpha Team, I loved Alpha Team. Had all of the Lego sets for that early on. And I liked Rescue, Johnny Thunder, Lego sets or Adventures, whatever it was. Lego Adventures. Aquanauts. I wish I had the UFOs. Those looked cool, but I think that was a little before me. Well, I was around at the time. It's just I think I got into it too late because I was late 90s, early 2000s, and at least I didn't see them any place where they carry Legos. But yeah, interesting to see any kind of Lego titles, by the way. Get carried away. And actually, my dad has this giant Lego shuttle that he was asking if I wanted to take with me. It's kind of mixed. It looks really cool. I wanted to take it, but I can't deny it would be a struggle finding the space for it. Space, pun, of course. Oh, kitties, by the way.
Separated from their family and friends. Explore alongside a drone known as B-12 to find your way home.
Is this a game that was on the PlayStation, or was it just Steam? I feel like this was somewhere else first. But it's interesting. It's coming to the Switch.
Think like a cat to make your way through the city.
It's actually pretty interesting. This is coming to the Switch. It looks really nice for a Switch title.
Including hordes of hostile creatures ready to swarm. Keep exploring to venture into more areas of this unfamiliar world and make your way back to safety.
Wonder if my sister would play this.
Finds its way onto Nintendo Switch.
She loves kitties. I love kitties too, actually, I should say.
Welcome home, Hobbit.
Oh, there's the farming simulator.
Wanted to live like a hobbit from the Lord of the Rings. Now, a leisurely
You know, it's funny, I have that Lord of the Rings game for the Super Nintendo. I tried to sell it last month, or take it to a game store. I don't think they wanted to take it.
As a newcomer to the little haven of Bywater.
It's an awful game. And even they didn't want to take it. But actually, I think there was something about, I don't actually know the reason they didn't want to take it. I think, like, the cart, like, half of it was yellow. Tiny bit yellowish, and the other part wasn't. Maybe they thought I modified it or something, who knows. But, you know, I don't blame them for not wanting to take it, because, well, I just feel like there have been a lot of people passing fakes or reproductions, so... Or even just because the game itself isn't very good. But yeah, Hobbit game. Czech. I am part Czech. So, you know a little something about having a Czechmate. It's chess or having a friend who's Czech. I'm sorry to say this, I'm trying not to be redundant, but I've never played any of these games. Phoenix, right? I remember they... Years ago, wasn't there some kind of, like an April Fool's prank where they were going to have Sherlock Hound? I wish there would be a Sherlock Hound game. It's a charming series I discovered by accident way back in 2011. Yeah, I remember having an idea for some kind of, oh, Ace Attorney. Yeah, that's what it is. I knew something was off about what I was saying. Said Phoenix, right, as if that was the name of the series. But I felt kind of funny saying that, like, I don't know, that doesn't seem right. Anime? Animite. No, I don't know what this is. Oh, and suddenly it's on fire. Of course, they're very flammable. They're made of paper. What the heck is that? Something from the Never-Ending Story.
After a devastating attack by unknown assailants, Takumi Samino's life gets turned upside down. A mysterious school mascot suddenly appears.
Ugh, was that his brain?
To get out of harm's way, he's then forced to enroll at the last defense
Forced to enroll. Well, that sounds like me in school.
Their mission is to defend the school from hostile student enemies for 100 days. An academy shrouded in secrecy.
Yeah, not for me.
Loss of allies. Can Takumi survive this 100-day trial, colored by
100-day trial.
despair, and return to his
Sounds like my life.
the creators of
No.
100-line Last Defense Academy, launching on Nintendo Switch.
That's some crazy logo.
Embark on a saga spanning
Saga, I've heard of this. Wasn't there one on the PlayStation?
remake of romancing Saga 2
Yeah, I think so.
to Nintendo Switch.
Running through open fields.
Rule and expand the empire of Beren across multiple
But no
generations,
horse riding simulator?
the legendary 7 heroes who have turned to darkness. In
Just
combat,
conk him while he's not looking.
Saga features like glimmers to learn skills and formations to enhance abilities. Turn-based battles have also evolved into timeline.
Yeah, turn-based games. It's
Order is key.
just one of those things. I feel like it's more reserved for the handful of games I grew up with. Otherwise, have never been that open. Well, really, to RPGs in general, I feel
7 heroes
it depends, maybe.
will dramatically alter the course.
But for me, I know I mentioned this probably last time in the other direct, but for me it would be Final Fantasy 4 and 6, Super Mario RPG, of course.
Heroes may emerge victorious.
I wonder what else. I remember the first Breath of Fire, but my brother mostly played that. I actually watched him play and beat that game.
October 24th.
I remember him beating Final Fantasy 4 as well.
We hope you're excited to experience the full remake.
But yeah, besides that, there's like few that I actually do get around playing. I was curious about Final Fantasy 5, but still have never gotten around to it, and I just didn't seem to be up to it when I had it for the advance at one point. So what's this? X9? Mega Man X9? No. Metroid? Metroid. Prime 4? Boy, that's a long time coming. Get that outfit. Yeah, that music. Here we go. Wow, finally. Gosh, this was in limbo for a long time. And you know what's sad? I barely played the third one. I had it at one point for the Wii. There were a lot of games I had for the Wii. But, yeah, I played it a little bit. But I have the first one and the second one for the GameCube. Really need to finish them someday. I remember really getting into the first one. I got really far in that one too. It's just one of those things where I made the mistake of taking a break when I got lost pretty close to the end of the game. And then I just didn't go back for a long time, and then I just forgot everything. Oh, look who it is! Silex, I think. Metroid Prime Hunters. There it is, Prime 4. Which, actually, I forgot. I used to have that one too. Prime 4 Beyond. Awesome. Finally, we get some footage. Wow. Really got to get going playing those games. Oh, there you go. Next year. I imagine a lot of people flipping out right now on other video reactions. Wow. Thank you very much, kind sir.
We are finally able to share more information about this.
I think we're coming to the end of this, actually.
Release is planned for 20.
Kind of zoned out talking about a lot of stuff.
Please wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, stuff sure happens a lot.
Looking forward to Samus Aran's new.
Yeah, I remember him from Hunters. I forgot I had that game at one point.
That's all for today's Nintendo
I
Direct.
used to have it. It's one of those regrettable things, though, where I think I traded my original DS with its games, and then I regretted doing that. But anyway, there it is. Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching. Yes, thank you for showing me. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today. Had fun watching. Hopefully it was enjoyable, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Oh, wait, one last thing. I guess there was no Star Fox. That's okay, though. Not a surprise, but it was just a fun prediction I had for fun. Maybe it'll be next time, or whenever, for the new Switch. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.